Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash the subscribe button, hit the like, all of that good stuff. So some interesting news coming out of Australia. The fight between Tszyu and Jeff Horn has been announced for the 26th of August and it will go down at the Queensland County Bank Stadium in Townsville. Now the interesting thing is this fight will actually have fans attending. According to the reports on Boxing Scene, they are going to operate at half capacity, which means a potential capacity of 16,000 people. So that's great news for Australian boxing and boxing in general. As for the fight itself, I've got to be honest, I think this is a really good fight, a really intriguing fight and one I'm really looking forward to. I've been following Tszyu's career since day one, obviously just because he's the son of Tszyu, so automatically I was intrigued. I watched his first 2, 3, 4 fights and I've got to be honest, at that point I really wasn't all that impressed with what I saw. However, I think since then Tszyu has certainly improved as a fighter and in my opinion he's getting better with each fight, and I certainly rate him more highly now than I did when he first turned pro. I actually believe now he's actually a solid prospect, to be honest. So Tszyu, in my opinion, has certainly been an improving fighter in the last 18 months. However, this is a massive step up. Ultimately, Jeff Horn has been the leading light in Australian boxing for the past few years, and he's fought some really good competition. He shared the ring with the likes of Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao, for example. He's really fought at a high level, and at times he's really acquitted himself quite well. So Jeff Horn has obviously operated at a higher level, and even when you take those fights away against the likes of Crawford and Pacquiao, he's even fought guys like Michael Zarafa, and someone like Zarafa is clearly better than anybody Tszyu has beaten, so Jeff Horn really does have the experience going into this fight. He's the proven commodity between the two, and stylistically, the guy really doesn't let off. He's very physical, he likes to rough you up, get on the inside. He's not scared of throwing some dirty tactics, a few elbows, a few head clashes, etc. The guy really is a rough and ready fighter. And for a prospect to be fighting someone like this early in his career, I think is very risky, to be honest. But I do believe Tszyu should be commended for taking this fight. And in my opinion, taking this fight this early kind of shows how ambitious Tszyu is in boxing and where his head is at. He wants to climb the ranks, get some good wins, and really force the issue and try to become a world champion. I think that is great intent from Tszyu. However, it is a massive step up, like I said. If you look at Tszyu's resume, who's his best win, would you say? Maybe Jack Brubaker or Dwight Ritchie? I would argue it's between those two guys, Other than that, there's really nobody of any consequence on the resume. He also actually fought Denton Vassell. Denton Vassell was a domestic fighter in the UK at one point, but, by the time he went over to Australia, he really was past his best and basically over there for a payday, so you can't really read too much into that one. And yeah, we have to stress again, Tszyu's resume really is kind of threadbare, to be honest. He's not really fought a high level of competition. This is a massive jump up in class. It really is. Now that's not to say he can't do it, because in my opinion, I actually think he can beat Jeff Horn, to be honest. I think since Jeff Horn has moved from welterweight, he doesn't look like the same fighter in my opinion. He can't rely on those same physical traits that he relied on at welterweight, the size, the strength. That's not really as big a factor at 154 as it was at 147, so maybe the physicality side of things Tszyu can actually match or at least cope with, and if he can do that, if he can cope with Jeff Horn's physicality, I actually think that's half a fight won, to be honest, because in terms of skill set, I certainly believe Tszyu can cope with Jeff Horn. For me, it's mainly down to the physicality and how he handles that, but obviously we've not seen him do that so far in his pro career. To me, this fight is really interesting. This is a proper acid test for Tszyu. Can he pass that test? We shall see. But also for Jeff Horn, losing this fight will be detrimental, because if he loses this fight, his route back to a world title shot is long. Really long. So both guys have a lot to fight for here. There's a lot on the line. This is a big fight down under, and in my opinion, one of the best fights to come out of Australia for quite some time. I really like this fight. I hope it does well. It's a great event. I will actually do a prediction video nearer the time. I'm not quite set on my pick yet, but I would say maybe 3-4 weeks time you'll get a prediction video for this fight, because like I said, I really like this fight. It's a really good fight between two guys at opposite ends of their careers, to be honest. And, sometimes those sort of fights make the fireworks. We shall see what happens. Is Tszyu the heir to the throne? Is he the next big thing? Or will Jeff Horn be that too much experienced, too strong, too physical, too rough? We shall see. Really good fight though. Share your thoughts below. What do you think of this fight? Who are you picking? I see a lot of people picking Jeff Horn, interestingly enough. But share your thoughts below. Peace.